This video is part of the adult education series on reading in social studies. It covers using and interpreting graphs and charts. Watch the video carefully, take notes, and be ready to answer some questions.
In contemporary academic and professional writing, the integration of graphs and charts into text passages is crucial for effectively conveying complex information. As students progress through adult ed, mastering the art of using these visual tools becomes increasingly important. This video will explore the significance of graphs and charts, their various types, and how to use them to gather information. The importance of visual data. Graphs and charts provide a visual representation of data, making it easier for readers to understand trends, comparisons, and relationships among variables. When dealing with large datasets or intricate concepts, presenting information visually can enhance comprehension and retention. Visual aids can distill complex information into digestible formats, allowing readers to grasp key points quickly. Using visual data is particularly effective in fields such as economics, psychology, and the sciences, where quantitative analysis is prevalent. For instance, in a psychology research paper, a bar graph illustrating the results of a survey can make findings more accessible than lengthy textual descriptions. This practice not only supports the argument being made but also engages the reader, allowing them to visualize the data rather than merely reading about it. Types of graphs and charts. Bar graphs. Used to compare quantities of different categories. They are effective for showing changes over time or differences among groups. For example, a bar graph could display the test scores of students across different classes. Line graphs. Ideal for illustrating trends over time. Line graphs can effectively show how a variable changes in relation to another. For example, a line graph might depict the increase in global temperatures over several decades. Pie charts. Useful for showing proportions and percentages within a whole. They visually represent how a total is divided among different categories. For example, a pie chart could show the distribution of a budget across various departments in a company. Scatter plots. Often used to display the relationship between two quantitative variables. A scatter plot can help identify correlations, such as the relationship between study hours and exam scores. Histograms. Similar to bar graphs, histograms represent the frequency distribution of numerical data. They are particularly useful for showing how data is distributed across different ranges. How to use charts and graphs to gather information. Charts and graphs are not just for presenting data, they are also powerful tools for gathering and interpreting information. Here are some steps to effectively use them. Identify the purpose. Before creating or analyzing a chart or graph, determine what question you are trying to answer. Are you comparing categories, tracking changes over time, or exploring relationships between variables? Select the appropriate type. Choose the chart or graph that best fits your data and purpose. For example, use a bar chart for categorical comparisons, a line graph for trends, or a scatter plot for relationships. Examine the axes and labels. Carefully read the titles, axis labels, and legends. These provide crucial information about what the data represents and the units of measurement. Analyze the data. Look for patterns, trends, and outliers. For example, in a line graph, notice if the line is rising, falling, or staying constant. In a scatter plot, observe whether the points form a clear pattern. Draw conclusions. Use the visual information to answer your original question or to make informed decisions. For instance, if a bar chart shows that one category is much higher than others, you might investigate why that is the case. Consider limitations. Remember that charts and graphs can sometimes be misleading if not constructed or interpreted carefully. Always check the scale, intervals, and whether the data is complete. The importance of charts and graphs. Charts and graphs play a vital role in communication, especially when dealing with large or complex data sets. They make information accessible to a wider audience by summarizing data visually. In academic research, business reports, and media, well-designed charts and graphs can clarify arguments, support conclusions, and persuade audiences. Moreover, the ability to interpret charts and graphs is a critical skill in the modern world. Whether you are reading a scientific article, evaluating a news report, or making decisions based on data, understanding how to use and analyze visual data representations is essential. In summary, charts and graphs are indispensable tools for gathering, organizing, and interpreting information. By choosing the right type of chart or graph and analyzing it carefully, you can uncover insights, identify trends, and communicate findings effectively.
Let's check for understanding. Carefully read the following questions, pause the video, determine the best answer for each, and then restart the video to check your answer.
What is the most suitable type of graph for showing temperature changes over several decades? A. Pie chart. B. Bar graph. C. Line graph. D. Scatter plot. The correct response is C. Line graph. Which visual aid is most appropriate for displaying budget allocation across different departments? A. Line graph. B. Scatter plot. C. Histogram. D. Pie chart. The correct response is D. Pie chart. Using the given graph, truck and water transportation is approximately how much of water transportation alone? A. 1/4. B. 1/5. C. 1/8. D. Twice. The correct response is A. 1/4. What should always accompany a graph or chart in academic writing? A. Copyright information. B. Raw data tables. C. Brief explanation of the visual data. D. Software used to create it. The correct response is C. Brief explanation of the visual data. Using the given graph, between what 3 years did the number of active shooter incidents in the US stay the same? A. Between 2004 and 2006. B. Between 2005 and 2007. C. Between 2014 and 2016. D. Between 2000 and 2002. The correct response is C. Between 2014 and 2016. The given graph shows the stock market prices from 1920 to 1954. Using this graph, approximately when did the stock market crash? A. 1942. B. 1932. C. 1929. D. 1954. The correct response is B. 1932.
This has been a production of DNJ Designs and Mathman1962. If you like this video, click on the thumbs up. If you want to be notified when new videos are posted, click the bell. And if you want to see more videos like this one, click on the subscribe button.